talking about trust, that is, I think, really key for couples to understand is you should really trust your vendors because it's your one day, it's your one wedding day. And if you don't trust your photographer, your videographer, your planner, your cake decorator, the venue itself, I would be scared. I would be so nervous if I didn't trust those people. So can you talk a little bit about the why it's important to trust them?
Yeah, that's key. And, so it's your wedding day is one day. And that's why there is kind of this lot of pressure on it and anxiety that comes around it because there isn't a do-over.
No.
It's it's the day. And so, and for me as a planner, and I think, a lot of vendors would say the same, our goal is that as like the couple enjoys themselves and is able to relax and have fun and just be the guests of honor at their wedding.
Right.
And not the project manager, not the director, and I have a lot of couples come to me where one of them, and it is often a bride, but not always, who actually is a project manager. That's their job.
Oh,
and they're like, I have trouble letting go. And they tell me that on the call, that's why I'm talking to you I want a coordinator because I know I need to on my wedding day. And I'm like, well, I'm glad you're already thinking about that. So that's good. But, in order to be able to let go and really just trust the process and that everything is going to work out and that also it's never going to be perfect. It's an event and there's over 100 people. You can only
There's
control so much.
There's a million things happening.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a perfect wedding.
A perfect wedding, no. But, it's gone perfectly for them,
right.
And when they look back on it, it was perfect, even if we ran a little late or, this, went off or whatever the case might be. So it's really that just letting go and enjoying it. But like you said, if you don't trust your vendors, you won't be able to do that. And so it's important that your whole vendor team is working as a team. And that's where the planner comes in. I see myself as kind of the coordinator of the wedding, but specifically of the vendor team, kind of directing them and making sure that we're all on the same page and that we're all working towards the same goal, which is giving them a wonderful, amazing wedding day. And so, having vendors who you trust to work with you, but also to play well with others.
That's pivotal.
Yes. And I, as a planner, thankfully I've pretty much, nothing but positive experiences with the vendors that I've worked with. But there's an exception here and there where some people are difficult to work with. And so, even asking vendors about, you could even ask them on the call about how do you work with our other vendors? What does that look like? And then they can tell you either, I just kind of do my own thing. Or do they say...
That's a red flag.
Yes, red flag. It's a team. And so, instead...
It's a team effort. It really is.
Yeah. And so the answer you want to hear to that is something along the lines of, I make sure that we're collaborating. I'm checking in to make sure we have the same timeline. Maybe saying something like, if you have a planner, be working closely with them. If you don't, maybe you should get one.